All right, remember Occupy Wall Street? What happened there was the far left started to go after the globalists. And so what did the globalists do? They friggin' panicked, and they're very smart, and the far left is easily manipulated. To be fair, so is the far right. And so the globalists said, okay, we're going to introduce this critical race theory. So all of a sudden you take this group of people who are united, and they divided them by race and oppression status. And they immediately destroyed it. It's like, well, now why are you here? Oh, well, black females need to speak first. Well, then you just destroyed whatever movement you had. But that's another video. I'll get into that. Anyway, click the links to get to the BitChute, Odysee, Gab, Discord, but avoid the Discord. The guys there are committing daily hate crimes and publishing links that got me put on an FBI watch list. You know who I'm talking about. No, I don't need a recipe for enriching your uranium. Or if you want to support the channel, you can do that at Coffee or the other sites. So Dana Waldman, a Luciferian lady at Disney, attacks Christians. Disney is run by godless globalists now. They are a parasite that has taken over and destroyed Hollywood. America has a very serious problem with these vermin. It goes much deeper than Disney. Fox, ABC, CBS, CNN, NBC, MSNBC, Slate, Salon, Vox, BuzzFeed, now this, Mike. Almost 100% of the mainstream media are infested with globalist parasites. The only mainstream media that pushes back, Tucker Carlson, the ADL's John Greenblatt, who might actually be a lizard person, is literally trying to shut down the Tuck because he says words that offend Greenblatt's ears. The truth offends demons. Hollywood are the people who supported Epstein and Weinstein, Roman Polanski, Kurt Eichenwald, Woody Allen, Jeremy Tubin, Giselle Maxwell, Alan Dershowitz. And there are probably others I don't know about. But if you know about them, let me know in the comments or on the Discord or on the email. Hollywood is infested with vermin and filth. It's a modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah. Only atomic fire can cleanse Hollywood. That's a pretty cool. I'll leave that up there. There is no saving Hollywood. If a globalist has their fingers in it, it is vile poison. Everything they touch turns to ashes. Harvey Weinstein had his hands in films for decades when he wasn't raping white girls. You're never going to get Hollywood back. It is beyond over. And you Coomer consumers, no offense, are in an abusive relationship with an ugly woman who beats you. Just leave. First of all, the shot callers in Hollywood are globalists who hate Christians and Europeans with an incandescent passion that normal maggot-hearted normies cannot comprehend, though I think some of them are starting to, especially if they're getting kicked off Twitter and they go to Gab, where we red pill them one way or the other. Oh, but Hollywood just wants money. No, you freaking normies. Hollywood wants you gone from this mortal coil, but first they want to degrade and humiliate you. They openly mock whites and Christians. They used to be more subtle about it. They're taking the mask off. Stop supporting them. George Lucas is Star Wars. Disney is a globalist-infested worm with the name. You are less than cattle to them. They don't care about money. I can prove it. Look at Disney Star Wars. Those are billion-dollar projects. Fair enough. They would have doubled their money if they skipped the diversity and girl power. People on average pay less for diversity and girl power. There are a ton of bombs and underperforming films that show a correlation. If Disney made Star Wars look like the 77 original, it would have doubled their money. They love money, but they actually believe that they're on a mission from Lucifer. And no, I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat. I mean that mostly figuratively. But they actually do have a fascination with Satanism, Luciferianism. Remember Maria Abramovic and her cannibalistic spirit cooking? Now, don't get me wrong. They don't actually believe in sex, magic, and all that kind of nonsense. It's just a shtick to fleece the sheep. And if you're listening to this, you're probably not the sheep because you're probably not among these super wealthy people who are whatever. But I mean, there are also people who are selling books and magazine articles and stuff like this. It's just nonsense that they don't actually believe. It's like, who's that girl? Oh my God, Anomaly went after her. It's a woman. I think she ran for president or something. Oh God, what's her name? Anomaly has got a channel on YouTube for how much longer I don't know, because the guy has got balls that are just big. Oh my gosh, I thought he was just some, I don't know, idiot surfer dude, and then I started listening to him. I'm like, holy this guy. Anyway, check out Anomaly. Who's that girl? She ran for president. She does this like spirituality thing where she tries to convert. Like, there's this whole group of kind of stupid normies who are wealthier than average. They're kind of like the Scientology crowd goes after them. They're upper middle class or upper class. They've got excess money, and it's like spirituality groups like Scientology and this other girl, I forget her name, Marianne Moore or something. They go after them because they know they can. They're looking for something. It's like they gave up Christianity, they gave up their whatever pagan ethno-nationalist beliefs, so they're kind of like rootless and they're looking for something. And so Scientologists and all these spiritualists will come along and collect donations from them. And it's like they're getting something from it. So these Maria Abramovics, it's like they don't believe in spirits cooking or Luciferian left-hand path. It's all nonsense. Like Anton LaVey, the Satanics Bible, it's just a money-making scheme. Like, there's nothing. You can read it for yourself. It's not what you think it is. It's just like L. Ron Hubbard. It's just a way to fleece people who've got a few extra dollars and they feel good by giving them away. And so they sell them this nonsense. The spirit cooking, left-hand path. It's like, oh, we're slightly edgy. It's going to spice up our love life. Like, no, you're giving money to idiots who are laughing at you while they do cocaine with like transgender prostitutes. It's a humiliation ritual. They want to degrade you and have you pay them. Why do you think Weinstein snuggled blonde-haired white girls for 20 years? They hate you. If you're a person of the light, they hate the people of the light and Christians. This chick I was talking about, Marianne Williams, she ran for something. She's not a Christian, and she kind of fleeces like people, like I was talking about. It's just, it's these people who write these coffee table books for, $25. It's just this peak plastic garbage. What did Peter Benchley say? Doll's eyes, black soulless doll's eyes, a shark. Like 1,000 years ago, she would probably be burned at the stake for the nonsense she's shilling now. But she probably does these spiritual retreats for probably $3,000 for a weekend, selling books for $30 for a coffee table book, where she had something where she was at a church, but she's not Christian, and she had a group of just dumb, gullible people, and she had them all hold hands and renounce indentured servitude of people. Happened 150 years ago. It's like, well, the people who are holding hands and praying had nothing to do with it. So why would you try to blame white people for slavery? It's like they had nothing to do with it. This is nonsense. You're not as important as you think. I'm talking to the gullible white people who are paying these things. Like, you're not my point is, don't let people blame you for something you didn't do. Just turn the argument around on them and then just like identify their group and say, well, are all people of your group responsible jointly and severally for the actions of a few individuals? It's like, that's not, you're not even living in a causal universe. It's like, what kind of, that's not common law. That's not French law. There's no legal Western civilization ethics that are blaming one person for the actions of another. It's nonsense. It's like, there's no even cause and effect there. You're just living in a world of random lynchings by the Kathleen Kennedy Club and witch trials without the concept of due process. It's just savagery and pointing and smelling out the witch. You've gone back to savagery. That's basically what they're saying. Anyway, so this is the typical Hollywood nonsense. They want some kind of virtue signaling dopamine for, they say they want diversity. So I say, I think it must underrepresented groups. So immediately I thought, oh, okay, so you're going to get some Irish people in there, some Swedish, some Germans, some French, Spanish, Portuguese, Greek, Turkish, Russian. Oh, no, those people are all lumped in as white. Don't let them do that. Don't identify as white. Don't let them lump you in one group. Identify as your own, whatever you want to identify as. But if you're a Greek or Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, identify as that. Don't let them identify you as white. Say it's not for them to identify you. You're marginalized and oppressed. They need to just listen and believe because they're oppressing you. Say it all with a straight face. I get in arguments with people online all the time. It's the funniest friggin' thing in the world. I say it straight-faced, absolutely straight-faced. And they don't quite know what to do with it when you're coming at them straight. Anyway, so allegedly, or maybe this isn't allegedly because it's a quote, she cited an example of receiving a script centered on a white family. Again, are they like white? Like Aryan, Nordic white, or are they like, what are you calling? Anyway, so she didn't want the story with the white family. She said, pass, it's not going to get on the air anymore because that's not what our audience wants. That's a lie. She's lying to you right to your face. And like, if it's not a lie if they believe it to be true. No, it's a material misrepresentation of the facts. It's a lie. They know that she knows she's lying to you. And the interviewer knows, they're like, we all know they're lying and nobody wants to call her out. Probably because she's of a protected class. That's not a reflection of our audience. I don't feel good about the direction we're moving. Yeah. Well, like I said, I make videos all the time talking about this kind of stuff. Cole would respond to these comments from Walden. He wrote, can't confirm, was told regarding a project I helped conceive, we wouldn't produce content for white Christian trash. So that's an alleged quote. Unless you have a source says that he's saying she said it, but you're gonna have to. It's a very serious statement. But she probably said it. Probably said it. So he's making this claim, but again, you'd have to ask her about it. She'd probably deny it because the thing is, there is no truth to these people. If they get called on things, my God, you've got who was it? Peter Jennings who out and out lied about a thing that was easily verifiable. His helicopter. Hillary Clinton out and out lied again about a thing that was easily verifiable, being under a sniper attack from landing and walking to an airport. There's videos of her. It's easily verifiable. Dan Rather lied and got fired for making up stuff about Bush. And it's like, if he got fired, he was in the industry for probably 40 years. Producers, directors, everyone working with him, they knew he was fudging the facts. And then later on, they probably knew he was outright making up things. If you got to work for them for 40 years, then the whole company is garbage. Hey, plot twist, all mainstream media is absolute propaganda. It feels like people are starting to wake up to this, and I'm not just confirmation bias because I'm on Gab. I'm seeing, because there's a lot of normies who've been kicked off Twitter or just coming to Twitter, and they're on Gab, and even these, like, I call them MAGA-tarded normies, no offense, these people have way too much faith in Trump. Trump's not coming to save you. The Green Berets, the Southerners, all these memes of people coming to save you. Look in the mirror. You're it. You're the militia. You're coming to save us. We're going to save each other. There's nobody else. The 40-year-old dad bod. You're it. You've been the 60-year-old granddad. You're it. The grandma, well, you can gather intelligence. It's you. There's nobody else coming to save us. And I know this is like, it's just a Disney video. No, it's not just a Disney. None of this pop culture horse feathers is just what it is. Everything is deeper. There's so much more. And I mean, it sounds a little tinfoil hat, but I know I'm not alone with this. You guys are reading the news and you're reading in between the lines. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, guys. If you want to support the channel, you can. Again, the best way to support is not financial. It's just give me a like and a comment, or go sign up for Odysee and BitChute.